All right, so now let's take a look at NSG Diagnostic tool. Very similar, but revolves around your network security groups. So it's going to give you detailed information, whereas the other one's just about packets going back and forth. So again, we're going to go over here to RISA. I'm going to select the virtual machine. I'm going to select RISA again. It's going to be for TCP. We're checking an inbound port. Now notice here it says IPv4 or a CIDR block. So this is the source traffic. Where's the traffic coming from? Well, it's my IP address. So I'm going to go grab that again, paste that in there. The destination was already pre-filled. That is the public IP address of our machine. And this is port 80 because we're running HTTP. I'm going to go ahead and hit check. And we'll see what we get here. Great, cool. So we can see that works, and it even returns the security group where it is allowed. Maybe what would be fun is to go in and actually mess with this security group and purposely make it so that it doesn't work. So yeah, and by the way, I clicked into there and I can see more detailed information about the NSG Diagnostic. So you can see we have that there. Yeah, security rules, we're not worried about that. That's just if we want to add ones there. But yeah, that gives you a better idea what's going on. I'm going to make my way over to my NSGs because I want to show you what it looks like if you don't actually have access, right? So we'll go into here, and here is this rule. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. So I'm going to say it has to be 8080, which is not what we're going to connect to. And we'll go ahead and save that. So now it should probably not work. Okay, and if we go back to our diagnostic tools, and you know what, I'll just make a new tab here. We'll make that our second tab. We'll make our way back to the, oops, not network security groups. We want to go to network watcher here, and let's go back to IPv and we will give it another go. So we need our remote IP address. I'll go grab mine over here, paste that in there. Oops, port 80, port 80. We'll hit next. And we'll see what happens here. Great, access denied. That's what we're expecting. We'll make our way over to the NSG Diagnostic, and we will again select RISA. We'll choose virtual machine RISA, TCP, inbound port. We will go grab our IP address because we are the source. And then we will say port 80. And there we go. It says traffic will not be allowed, which is what we want. Denied. We can click into there, get the full report, see what is going on, what is matching, what is not being applied. We'll make our way back here. Let's do connection troubleshoot. This one's just a simpler version of it. Preferred IPv version, IPv4, TCP. Destination port will be port 80. I find it a little bit easier to do it from the virtual machine, so let's do it from there. So we'll go back down below. And we'll check test connection or connection troubleshoot here because we might get something slightly different. I just want to give you a lot of different options for to debug so that you get better information. So here we have port 80, TCP, my IP address. It auto fills it in for you, which is really nice. And we'll see what it reports here. Great, and so here it says network connectivity blocked by security group, default rule denied, all inbound. As you can see, that is not super detailed, and so if you really want to have a better understanding, you're going to want to go use the NSG Diagnostic tool. And so what we'll do is go back and fix our port since we had mucked it up. We'll put that back onto asterisk here, and we will say save. Once that is saved, we'll go back and we'll just test our connection again here in our virtual machine. And we'll hit test connection again. Just making sure that works. It's still complaining here, even though we've reverted it back. Yep, that's all correct. I'm going to just click off and click on again here. Port 80. Yep, that's what it was before. If we're having issues there, what we can do is go back to NSG. We'll select RISA. We'll select virtual machine. We'll check RISA again. I'm going to put my IP address in again here. We'll say port 80. And we'll check that. And we'll get a more detailed report here. And it's saying it's denying the traffic. We're going to click into here and see as to why. So it's saying it's not matching on this one, which is confusing because if you notice here, the protocol is TCP, the source is any, the source port is any, the destination is any, and the port is nothing. So I don't know if we're just going to have a lot of trouble here and we'll just have to recreate our instance, but I'll just go do some investigation. I'll be back here in a moment. All right, so I'm back here and I honestly did nothing. All I did was hit test connection again and it works all of a sudden. So I think sometimes, you know, Azure is not consistent. And what I mean that is that when we talk about consistency, it takes time for things to propagate and changes to take effect. So we're all in good shape. So what we can do is close our virtual machine over here. We'll close out the NSG over there. And we'll just focus on Network Watcher and look at some of the other advanced tools that we can utilize here.